Hello everyone, it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and another video for the Christmas video series for 2020. Today we're going to make elegant cards, simple elegant cards with embossing folders. So we have one of the new ones from Simon Says Stamp. Let's see if I can remember the name. Forest Border. And then the other one is like a snowflake embossing folder made by Doris, so I'm sure you can still find it. I picked it up at AC Moore when there were still AC Moores open in my area. So first I'm doing some ink blending. I don't know if you can tell, but I added some ink to my, I believe that's Skylight. And I'll have the names up above for you guys. And then I went over it with Daydream, but I had to add more ink to my Skylight, and it made it way darker than some of the original cards I made, because don't forget, I usually make sets of 10 when I'm making these cards for you guys. But it still turned out really pretty, and I like the pattern that both of these sparkle sprays made on the background. So it just kind of gives dimension to the sky behind the woods. And then we use some juniper mist around the edges there. So this is my sandwich for these embossing folders for Simon Says Stamp. I have a Gemini Junior, so it's one cutting plate, a piece of paper, the embossing folder, and then the metal shim on the top. And that's what works for my machine. They have some information with the embossing folders on the website for, so you know what to use for your type of machine. Now I'm going to go over the trees using my scrapbook.com white pigment ink and my little sponge dauber. And I'm just hitting the branches. It's okay if some gets in between, but for the most part it's raised enough where it's only going to hit the branches. And then I used the MFT Believe dynamic from last year and cut out that sentiment out of Silky Sky Tonic Satin Effect Mirrored Cardstock. Now I'm going to raise this whole panel up on foam tape and glue it to a black A2 size card base. And this card's already almost done. So I'm going to glue that word Believe down in the bottom left corner. Don't forget your tittle. I've been leaving my tittles inside of the paper they were die cut from. That way it's easier to place when I'm not doing, 3 or 4 layers of cardstock behind the word. And now for the second one, the snowflake background, I'm using the Frosted Silver Satin Effect Tonic Mirrored Cardstock. And I'm using a piece of vellum. So that was cut at 1 1/4 inches wide, and then long enough to fold behind my card front. And after I glued that in place, I put double-sided adhesive on the back of that and put it onto a green A2 size card base. And now I'm going to take the MFT Dynamic Holly Berries. I think this was last month's release. And I'm going to glue just one set, I should say. So 3 separate leaves, and it comes with a couple different berries, so I did the grouping of 3. And I used, I think it's Palm Tree Pearlescent Cardstock by Tonic, and Firestone Red Iridescent Mirror Cardstock, I believe. I'll check it, and I'll put that on the screen for you guys. Glued those onto the vellum, and then glued the Season's Greetings, which, by the way, the Season's Greetings is a die from Pretty Pink Posh. I bought that a couple years ago. I put my apostrophe in there. Both of these cards have insides, and it's too tiny to read right now. I can't remember what I put in there. So while I'm putting the sequins on, let's see here. I use a combination from the inside quotes from Picket Fence Studios. Wishing you a magical and happy holiday season from our family to yours. I put that in both of these cards. And then I'm using the Nuvo Cloud Circle confetti. I think that's what it's called. It was on the screen for you guys. I wasn't looking. You know how it goes with me. And that's it for both these cards, you guys. I think they turned out pretty elegant and fairly simple to do, especially if you're doing sets of 10 or however many you're doing. And we will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be apprised of the giveaways. There's at least one every month, except for around Christmas time. And we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye for now.